Hello YouTube, welcome to the One Man Startup channel. This is a brand new channel where we're going to build an entire app business from scratch. That means you need zero knowledge of anything, right? You could be a complete moron to everything. As long as you know how to use the internet, use a computer, you can build a startup on both iOS and Android from nothing. And we're going to do this, the goal is to do this in 1 month. So today is the beginning of June, and we're going to hopefully have this by the end of June, be completely live, launched with an app that's hopefully profitable, at least having the potential to make profit, right? All right, so here's how it's going to work. Over the course of the next month, we're going to start from nothing, starting from scratch, just like this YouTube channel. So this YouTube channel right now, 0 subscribers, this is the very first video. There's nothing. This is bare bones, bare nothing. And we also don't have any idea. Like, I don't have any idea for an app right now. I don't even know what technology I'm going to use right now. I have an idea of the technology that will be used, but nothing is set in stone yet. Nothing's been decided yet. There's no designs made for an app, nothing, right? So I'm where you are right now. We have nothing. And over the course of a month, we're going to use the internet. We're going to work hard. I'm going to show you just like basically every different phase of how you can get an app completely launched and making money and getting users. So a few areas, okay, let me start with this then, is like, if you're a developer, which is what I am, I started out as definitely just a developer. So I made an iPhone app, right? And as soon as I made the iPhone app, I made it in Swift, so it wasn't cross-platform. It didn't work on Android. That's a big headache right there. We're gonna try and use tools so we have Android and iOS. So all of you, everyone, no matter what kind of phone you have, will be able to work on this project, follow along, and it'll work for multiple, it'll work for every device, obviously, right? So I learned a good deal of stuff building out that first app. And the main thing is that developing the app is not enough. Like, that's nothing. That's probably like 30% of your whole entire business, right? Your app business, your app model, like your business model and everything. So if you want to make money building apps, if you just know how to do the development, you either need to find other people or you need to like learn all these other skills that I didn't know about at the time, like when I started out building my app. So that's what this channel is going to do. We're going to go through every single piece, every phase of the app process. So that's going to start with generating ideas, right? So maybe you have an idea for an app already. That's great. You're already like one step ahead. If you don't, we're going to go through that. Right now, I do not know what app I'm going to build for this project right now, this one-man startup project. I don't have an app idea yet. Now, of course, I do have app ideas. Everyone, I feel like, has app ideas. Like, you write down a little note here, you have a bit of an app idea, but there's more to it than just like running with your first idea or like running with a friend's idea or anything like that. And we're going to talk about all that in another video. Then we're going to go through the design process, right? So if you're a developer, you might not have ever touched on designing stuff, but really you're going to need in the one-man startup, you're going to need to know how to design stuff. So we're going to look at like user experience, user interaction, user interface, all that stuff, all that kind of design stuff. We're going to talk about all of that. Then we'll get into code and we'll do the actual development of the app. And that will be like the most technical part of it, right? So if you haven't coded before, that's okay. We're going to be doing it like from scratch. There'll be tutorial videos as we go. But I'm not necessarily going to be showing you like completely step by step how to code everything. But I might. I mean, it depends. It depends on like how the comments are and how the feedback is with all this. Maybe we do more code, maybe we do more design. It'll depend. But basically, we're gonna go through every phase of it. So wherever I get stuck is kind of where I'm gonna make a new video and show you like, this is another problem, or this was a problem I had in the past. Let me show you how I solved it and how you can like avoid this problem, right? That's the main thing, is going to be me showing you how I have already solved all these problems, so you don't need to go through them again, right? Now, we're going to be doing development, yes, and then we're also going to talk a lot about the business model, how you can make money off your app, because that's really, I mean, yes, you can make an app just to put like your portfolio out there, you get an app on the market, all that's great, but the real goal is to make money, right? The real goal is to make a profit. So we're going to talk about the different ways to do that, and the best ways to do that, and depending on your app, it will be different. Then we're going to talk about marketing, which is actually probably the biggest piece that I did not realize. I did not realize of when I started out. So marketing is huge. I mean, if I were to break down the process, the idea is 5%, right? So just to break out the whole app process, the idea is 5% of your entire project, of your entire startup. So 5%, that's your idea. Without any, I mean, if you just have an idea, you don't really have anything, to be honest. You don't have anything. And that's why, I mean, some people get really nervous about like saying their idea to other people, but the idea is not worth that much, to be honest with you. The next, I guess we'll say, okay, so the idea is 5%, right? Then 30%, I would say, is design, right? 30% is the design of your app. I'm sure you guys have all used like pretty poorly designed apps. I'm still not that great at design, but I'm getting better and learning along the way. That's probably 30% of your app. So your app is poorly designed, no one's going to use it. No one's going to want to use it. And it already looks like a lower quality app when you get in there. So design's 30%. Development is 30% as well. That's like an upfront cost, you know. You build out your app initially, and it takes the majority of your time is building the app, the development part of it. But then once you have that, you're really just doing updates afterwards, like fixing bugs or adding like new features. But that would be 30% of it. Design, I guess, is kind of upfront as well. Most of it's upfront, but design bleeds over into marketing, which marketing is the other 30%. Marketing is huge. I mean, once you have the app built, you need people to know that you built the app. And we're going to talk about all different ways that we can do that. But yeah, marketing would be the other 30%. And design goes into marketing as well, because you need to design good marketed. I mean, you need to design good, like almost advertisements, you know. That's kind of what marketing is like a lot of advertising, kind of stuff like that. And I mean, there's multiple different ways to market, but that's another video. The last 5% is just like administrative stuff, you know, getting your proper, for Apple, getting your account set up for that, getting your account set up on the Google Play Store, that kind of stuff. That's like the other 5%, administrative stuff. And then I mean, I guess it depends on your project. Those percentages might change, but development is not 80%, which is what I thought when I went to build my first app. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. If you're a designer, you can learn, you could still do this. If you're a designer, you can do this, and now you can have your own app that you can develop. If you're a developer, you can do the opposite. You do this, you learn how to design, boom, it's done. Or you're just an idea person, you learn it all. That's perfect. We're all going to be in this together, because we're all going to be starting from scratch right now, which is the great thing. Now, that's what the One Man Startup is. If you want to get on for the journey, subscribe. We're going to have a new video every single day. That's the goal. Every day in June, we're going to have a new video. And by the end of June, we will have our live apps. Our apps will be live on both. Hopefully on both Google and Apple. That's the goal, to have them both live on both, or to have them live on both. So yeah, follow along. Hit up the comments. Tell me what you want to see more, what you want to see more of as we go along. But yeah, I have kind of an outline of how we're going to start. The next one is going to be ideas. That's the next video. So jump over, meet me there. We're going to do the ideas next. All right, ciao for now.